Django Reinhardt lick number 13. So we're going to finish off the second chorus here, and we're finishing off in style like this. A lovely, mainly chromatic run that's taking us from that E7, or the area of E7 at the end of the chord change, back to our home key of A minor. So let's just break that down. We're starting here at 12th fret, which is an E note. So since we are in the vicinity of an E dominant idea, okay, let me just break that down for a moment. So the way I think Django Reinhardt is thinking about this chord change is that he's either playing over an A minor, or he's playing over a D minor 6, or he's playing over an E7. Now when you look at the chord change, you'll notice that there's a few extra chords in at the very end of a chorus. We get that E7, B flat 7 move. So you might be thinking, well, I need to cover that in my playing. Django is very clearly so far through this solo not thinking of the B flat 7 as being its own entity which requires dealing with. He's just thinking E7. Now, there are some reasons why he would think that. You might think, well, it's only there for a moment, so if there is any tension, it'll very quickly resolve to the A minor, which is correct, it will. But Django isn't getting any tension there either. And the reason is that there is a connection between an E dominant 7 and a B dominant 7. They share two notes. So in an E dominant 7, I have a G sharp and I have a D. And in a B flat dominant 7, I have an A flat, also known as a G sharp, and a D. So those two chords in a lot of jazz can be seen as being the same chord. They are just different sides of the same coin. So he's not thinking about those chords as being separate identities. He's just going to ride over with a dominant 7 idea on the E, and it's going to work perfectly over that B flat 7. So with that out of the way, we are coming down from an E, good place to start if you're over an E7 chord. We're hitting that 12th fret twice, 11th fret twice, 10th fret twice, 9th fret twice, 8th fret twice, 7th fret twice. Let's just run through what we've got so far. I'm starting with my second finger, and then the first finger is doing all the damage. Okay, here we go. And maybe one more tap. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Then we're going to reach with the second finger and come to 10th fret of the B string, which happens to be in A, and then coming down further to 9th fret of the B. 2 hits again. Let's put all of that together. You'll notice I did that 9th fret with my first finger. I haven't done that by accident. I will explain my thinking very shortly. Now we've got to come 10th fret of the G, and that's why I've played that 9th fret with my first finger, so I can reach, and it facilitates a really nice easy change onto the G string. Then I'm coming down to the 9th fret of the G, and you would think I'm going to do that with my first finger because I've set a precedent. I've gone on the B string 10, 9 with fingers 2 and 1, and here I don't. I move the second finger, and the reason is that we have this little lick to finish off, so I need another finger behind. So 2 hits on 10 on the G, 1 hit on 9 on the G, 8, 9 on the G. And you see it's the shift of the second finger that makes that easy. If I did it like this, I could do that perfectly well at a slow tempo, but at a fast tempo, that would be really awkward using the first finger very quickly to play all three of those notes. So if I just slide the second finger back, then I've got my first finger ready for that 8th fret. And then we've got a syncopated double hit on the 7th fret of the D string. Okay, let's put all of that together nice and slowly. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, maybe one more time, same speed. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, try and automate that with your fingers, especially that tricky move where we're coming 10, 9 on the B and then 10, 9, 8, 9 on the G. That's the trick to getting this. It does move quite quick because we've got a lot of chromatic stuff. It can be confusing. You can lose your place. Things I'm thinking about, starting at 12, so I've got my double dot. There's the first thing in my eye line is that double dot, and I'm heading down to 7. Yeah, so I'm not really thinking about the middle of that. I'm just starting at 12, and what I'm thinking about, what I'm looking at is that 7th fret. That's what I'm aiming for. And then I'm coming 10, 9, 10, 9, 7. So by aiming for those particular points, I'm not going to get confused. This is one of the tricks with any chromatic scale lick. We're going to see more chromatic shenanigans in the next chorus, which is going to be really good fun. I'm just warming you up for that. So it's a really good thing when practicing certainly extended chromatic scale ideas that you have points that you're aiming for. Now, without going too far, but one of the electric RGT grade 8 scales that you have to learn is a 3-octave chromatic scale in any key. Now, one of the ideas that I developed for that particular scale, because you have to play it quite quickly, is to have target points. So if I'm starting on an F here, for example, then I'll target an F and then a B and then an F and then a B and then an F and then a B. So I have target points. Well, I won't play the whole thing, but you get the idea that because I'm playing every single note, because of course I'm playing a chromatic scale, it's very easy to get lost. But I don't get lost because I'm seeing a very simple pattern of F, B, F, B, F, B. So that's the way I simplify a chromatic scale. So let's have one more go at speed with this lick number 13. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So keep that in mind. Target points, think about where your eye line is. If you're watching your finger move all the way down the fretboard, you will get confused and lose your place. So having your eye line, your target areas, and that's going to make that lick a lot easier, I think. Anyway, in the right hand, as always so far, strict alternate, no dramas, happy practicing.